Okie dokie. Zo,
Yes, misschien moet jij een achtergrond terugblurren. Dan.
Nice.
gezien bekend.
ja.
Ah, mijn geluid is
You
niet
are
veel luider
very,
geworden.
very tiny little heads on my screen.
Is
Alright,
die geluid
so.
ook ineens ontploft?
Ja, boom.
Amai.
What happened?
Bij mij geluid is ineens 2 keer geluid.
If I speak like this, perhaps.
Ja,
Oh, well.
dus een keer naar beneden.
No, no. I do apologize. I'll be soft-spoken today. Okay, so. What an eventful few seconds you have just lived through. A impromptu chase from the library all the way through the main street of the city into a haberdashery that thankfully didn't blow up, where you caught Malachi the Blaze seconds away from casting a teleportation spell to who knows where. Managing to slay him, you discovered that he crumbled, and he crumbled into clay and dust, revealing the fact that he was, in fact, a golem, presumably made by Rashanidra. In that, Nolan, this has been quite an eventful day for you because you managed to collect 2 wizards' spell books.
Indeed, I did.
But all of that behind you, you were allowed to go to a rather highbrow inn and spend the night there. In the distance as well, you recall briefly hearing explosions in the distance, knowing that the poor other Thieves Guild didn't take the advice and did not attack the Ember Veins safe houses and promptly blew up, probably. But you are still safeguarded for some time. You had your rest. After a very long and eventful day, you were replenished. And with that, Nolan, you had a little dream visit from a certain someone who hasn't helped the plot along at all. And now it is a new day in the city of Carnival. And for those hundreds watching right now, Discord's fucking up. Poor Boris isn't here because of that, and there's a lot of flickering on the camera. Huzzah! The day is yours.
I will go to the innkeep first. Because do I know where the where a magic shop is in this town? Or where I could procure magical documents and ink and stuff?
I will say you get directions.
Or is it in a flooded area, or?
It wouldn't be. It would be in the noble quarters, or, well, as much as a noble quarter there is, but mostly the highbrow merchants area. Actually, down the street of where you had your battle with Malachi or at least your chase, there is actually a little shop that is still somewhat stocked.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what you guys are going to do. I suppose we have to leave this city town as soon as possible.
Well, I don't have any plans. I think we should first go and talk to the woman, I'm bad at names, who gave us the assignment to get rid of Malachi.
The Lady Blackthorn, Captain Blackthorn, I think.
Yes, Captain of the Guard or something.
No, I mean the woman of a Thieves Guild.
Soot?
Yes.
So,
But
right.
We don't know where.
Want to do something else, no?
But we don't know. I think, is it a she? I thought it always a man.
Yeah, I also kind of thought Soot was a he instead of a she.
Oh.
I mean, doesn't matter.
No, it
We-
doesn't matter.
But hey,
That
we're open-minded here. We're
All
open-minded here.
humans look alike to you, Dario.
We
Yes,
accept
don't
everyone.
put everything in boxes. It's
Well,
not
Soot
necessary.
wasn't a human, right? They were infernal. Or not an
Tiefling,
infernal,
yeah.
a tiefling.
Yes.
a male tiefling.
A male
Email
tiefling.
thief.
Okay.
But I think Sud knows Malachi is dead and he will take over business. We don't need to do anything. Or do you want to have a conversation with?
Well, no,
No, not really.
because his reward was keeping us safe for 24
Yes,
hours from
That's true.
the other guild,
24. Yeah, but the other guild
which
is
was
pretty.
yesterday. So we do need to like be out of here by.
Yeah,
The
I think the
afternoon-ish?
circumstances may have changed.
Okay, then
but
I'm going to the magic to
Let's-
store to acquire some magical stuff.
yes,
I have
and
a lot of study ahead. I need items.
let's not linger or dwell too much in this town.
We'll stay together.
Very
I
pleased.
also have to do a pickup for the cloak I ordered. That should be ready today.
Oh, I'll
Ah.
stay. I'll go with you because I want to pick up my tuxedo.
Good. Then we can do some a little bit
We
of
can do some
shopping.
shopping,
Not
yeah.
too
Let's go
long.
clothes shopping, Gord.
Shopping. Dan is er een montage dat we zo 100 outfits passen. En,
Yeah.
You have to describe
Yeah.
them all. Robin,
It's
you
already
have to
heavy
describe
music,
them.
yeah,
so-
some
Gord,
upbeat music under it. Yeah.
Happy American music.
Gord has to describe every.
Right. So I'll first say, Gord, did we describe what the Dark Mantle stuff was
yes,
going
I
to
had
do?
a choice
Yeah.
because it wasn't
Yeah.
a
Hello?
good roll. I
Hey!
Aye.
No.
Hey! Blink, blink.
No.
And then everything crashes. Discord is still very, very fucked up, and I am also streaming.
I think I made it
Yes.
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 Yeah.
with a mobile
Yes.
Up,
We can
up.
hear you.
on my headsets from my phone. Gonna be
Okay.
amazing, guys.
But I'm not allowing you in the session without a camera, so leave.
For
Yeah, fuck you.
Is that Boris speaking?
We don't know, it could be anyone.
Don't worry, we just started, so it's fine.
Yes. We're going shopping.
Yeah, it's a shopping episode now. Yeah.
Why did I bother?
No, we'll fast forward this one actually, because let's face it, let's get out of this
Yeah.
town.
Of course,
So
yes.
yeah, Gord first. So what was your choice, and what is the choice being made?
Yeah, I could choose between advantage on stealth on the cloak or cast darkness once a day
Yeah.
for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I chose the advantage on stealth.
Okay,
And
so you
and I
can
still
add
had
that.
yeah. So I'll deduct gold and I add the cloak. And it wasn't attunement, I think.
No, it was just a thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that cancels out your disadvantage. So now you are
Pretty
rolling
nice.
normal stealth. Huzzah! Paladin's greatest dream.
Less bad.
Ja,
The
dat had ik
unseen
niet
gourd
op
is
de
awesome.
team.
So, and Dario,
Yes.
you return to the tailor. Now, remind me, did you specify anything in terms of?
I specified that he should do his uttermost best to create something, and I showed him the marks of the Elementar that should somewhat be integrated. I think after that, someone told him add a dragon. I don't know.
No. I said you because you ran in as a direwolf and you ran out as a direwolf. I said maybe get some of that direwolf in there as an
that's what
accent.
you did.
Okay, so you enter the now somewhat more cleaned up shop, and this, I believe he was a gnome, because I totally didn't make all of that up after the library on the spot. He's very surprised. First, the shop is actually still locked. You arrive there and we are closed. And no. Apologies. And he opens the door and please. My finest work for you. My finest work. So, here you are. And he rummages through and he presents on the counter a bright yellow in black with gold trimmings and a sort of almost like a vest type thing. It looks a little bit like a padded vest, but then there's pants with it as well that are very thin and again bright yellow. And, yes, well, you see, I saw your attire and the symbols, and you can actually tell by looking that the embroidery on it has like elven symbols and but you immediately can tell that this man doesn't read or knows any Elvish, so it is very much, you can like tell what the words are he was trying to make, like bad Japanese or bad Chinese like symbols, like that says ham sausage right there, but that's fine. And the symbol of the Ilanadar is actually not that bad, but it's like right on the chest, almost like a superhero emblem. And then to top it all off, this is avant-garde fashion. Okay, you wouldn't understand. There is a full fur collar in grayishly tanned fur. Probably mink or something, definitely not wolf, but much too short the hair. But there's just a poofy collar around the whole thing that runs down the back a little bit. I don't know what Dario's opinion would be, but anyone else would be horrendously shocked. It is very fine clothing. Most of it is silk and other very expensive fabrics that have been used here. It is actual gold filigree being used. It probably cost a fortune to make. This is
exquisite. Let me try it on and see how I look.
Yes, of course. And he'll wrap it around you.
I must say I am lying I'm lying my ass off. So
okay, make a deception roll.
Yeah. Okay.
It fits perfectly. This is the worst thing. This is probably the finest piece of clothing you have ever worn, apart from maybe the heaviness on the shoulders because of the fur. It is. Yeah. So.
What is that? How much does it cost me to make this?
No. This is free of service for saving my life in my shop. But I can tell that perhaps your insight in the brilliance before you. I must insist. I understand you are a man of the world. Yes, you are of these Nimidor marshes, and you are of the right. So, this does not.
I am from the outside. I think it's just this is completely new to me, and I have to get adjusted to this completely new style of fashion that my brethren will not recognize this. So maybe I'll impress them by wearing something fashionable and completely new.
But there's something missing, I think. I think Dario needs a big hat. That would really finish it off.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Your gourd.
A large hat, a lot of plumes maybe, a lot of colors.
And a cane maybe, huh?
Yes.
It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But your friends here, they understand.
Yes.
Because this is not simply new to you, my kind sir. This is new to the world. This is my new vision. I've been trying to get this on the market for so many years, but now finally I have a customer willing to wear it.
I shall try.
Oh, it's in the back. It's in the cuffs and on the pants as well.
You and Gord to be better informed in the custom of fashion, so I let you do your thing. And okay,
yes.
Gord says a hat and a cane, I'll do that.
And I see you have a certain intentions to be filthy. So there is an enchantment, a very mild prestidigitation spell that has been woven in. Free of charge, so it will self-clean after a day. So it will not be instant, but barring any sort of magical damages or what have you. So yeah, it'll help with your hygiene.
I shall spread your name. What was it?
You're a man of
need-
the arcane.
Confindel Ringbing Pink.
Ring
Gone.
pink.
I expected a Versace or something. Here.
No.
Carnival? Should I add Carnival?
Of Carnival fame, indeed.
Alright. But I was-
I originally come from the Tilwisa Federation in the south. There, my name is absolutely legendary.
I do feel like I want to give you something for your effort.
Is he lying?
How about you give me the hat and the cane and I just pay for them?
Very well. One moment. I think I just have the thing. And he leaves for a couple of minutes. You hear some rummaging,
Okay, you visit back. Okay.
I
and
don't think he's famous.
he comes back with the most audacious pimp hat you've seen in the history. I don't even know the concept exists, but now it does.
Is it purple? I hope it's purple.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT or something to make me an image of whatever you're telling me.
So it is a yellow suit. And here's the thing, like, he comes at you with the hat and it has some plumes like stapled to them real quickly. It is not a single color. As the sheen of the light somewhat changes it. There is certain incandescence to it, a sort of mother of pearl glisten to it. It isn't ever a single color. And there is a cane which is rather unremarkable, black with a silver handle in the shape of the gnome's head. A nice grip on the forehead there. This, I will still consider all of this, the suit itself, to be free of charge for saving me and mine.
Sure, of course, okay.
The hat I can part with with a trifle of 25 gold.
Holy shit! Okay, 25 gold it is, and I just pay it. Bloody hell, this is expensive.
Well,
I feel like I don't deserve such exquisite and elegant clothes.
indeed, the enchantment there is quite exquisite. I paid much more than I am parting with right now, but it's been sitting there. I've presented it to so many clients so many times, and never did they see the brilliance, the scintillation of it, really. So I am happy that you will bring this forth together in this ensemble that will...
It's not easy to be a genius in your craft. You have to push it, and forever keep pushing it, striving
It is
for
a burden. It is.
I know.
You've
I
given me
think-
the chance.
This is the beginning.
Just know that
something
there's one
great.
person on this realm that will wear these clothes with pride and will show the world what can be done with clothes.
I thank you, sir.
And
We'll
go
turn
to-
around, I take my cane and I walk away like a very gentle nobleman outside on the street.
We occasionally go to the high nobility parties, such in Ilish and Graven. I think if they see him there, you will. I think you will have
That's-
need some stuff.
Be amazing. It'd be incredible.
Well, let that be my promise to you that for giving me this outfit, I shall wear them on important occasions.
And I shall remember your name and carry it forth till the end of my days, dear Dirio.
Yeah.
And then I just
Dear.
I take off my hat and I say, fare thee well, and I walk outside. And when I'm a bit further away, I turn to Gorse and I say, "You bloody asshole."
Gor's just laughing. I'm sorry, Dirio.
Dirio,
look like- you
don't
look-
call me Dirio, okay?
You look like
I
those
don't wanna
noble
be called
brats I
Dirio.
grew up with, but even worse.
Like a schmuck.
Yeah.
I must admit,
Yeah.
of all the outfits ever made,
Yes.
that is definitely one of them.
I feel very uncomfortable in
No,
this,
no,
but
but
I
you are
cannot.
going
I
to.
don't have the balls to remove it now, so I'm gonna walk outside of Carnival with this.
You just
Well,
have
but
to
you are
wear it with
going.
confidence.
Dario, you made a promise, and you are a man to keep your promises. You have to wear it.
I shall see.
It won't survive the next
Dario,
battle anyway.
do you have
Yes.
ever hear about this folktale, the Emperor's Clothes?
No.
Would keep an eye on those clothes, my friend. It's a very interesting tale. Could look
I
it up
will.
sometime.
I will. I just am struggling. Okay, I will. Just it feels so. I'm not used to this. I
It
want
does.
I
It
want rough
does.
fabrics, rough,
Yeah,
heavy
it's
fabrics.
silk. It is smooth. It moves along with you.
How-
It is.
How will this protect me against the rain?
Or against other men.
I mean, can you believe the hat was 25 gold? How much must this piece of trash have been?
I gave him a piece of platinum yesterday, so it's fine.
Oh, well, still, that's only 10 gold. Okay, well, off to your magic shop or something, Nolan?
Yes, it won't take long. I don't need specific magical items. Not looking for anything fancy.
Do I see people looking at me on some
Yes.
strange manner? Yeah.
There is a mother and child
Everyone.
that is a mother and child that is walking, and immediately they stop, and she covers the child's eyes and just
And I turn
moves.
to her, Confindel Pinding Pink from Carnival made this. And then I walk.
At that point, the mother, is like, we understand a little more.
I have been scammed. Okay.
Oh, yes, yes. Bad head is.
I'll nod at Gordon. Go. I don't think you need your cloak, cause I don't think anyone's gonna be looking at you in the near future.
Does that clothing give everyone else advantage around him?
Daniel, run that way.
Like, how does you notice Dario, and then that's it. That's all
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
notice
that's a
for
good
like
point,
the
yeah.
first minute
now
before you
see-
go, huh?
I have the mental image of two guards looking outside their gate, a white plane, and suddenly there's Dario hopping.
Yeah, so I'm twirling my cane and
Frolicking through the fields.
If you ever needed a diversion.
I
We're
feel
set.
I feel myself in a musical.
Why would I wild shape?
It's sad because clothes that clean themselves are actually that would be really
useful.
cool
Yeah.
if it was an outfit that you
fancy.
could reasonably wear in day-to-day
only the man
activity.
Or in an elderly home.
If only had a sense of style.
Nolan, that enchantment. Do you think it could work on beards?
On beards.
Which enchantment?
Yeah,
Clean yourself.
and it
But how
cleans
would?
every day.
But it's
Do you
really
want me
material.
to enchant your beard?
Yeah, that would be
Just-
amazing.
Meditation.
Hmm.
And I lift
I
up my
don't
beard
have.
and just
Gord,
I don't
have-
have. I
prompt and
know. I
press
know of
and
this.
I-
I know of this cantrip. I don't have. I don't know it yet. Mate. I can look into it.
I know a spell
so-
Gord that helps. It's called shave.
Or
Maybe.
wash.
blasphemy. And I attack.
or
Mark of vengeance.
My
Or
AC is really high now.
eat properly, drink properly.
Yeah, it's
Right.
when Gord lifts up his beard, like a chicken bone falls out.
Oh, like that.
Saving that for later.
And I haven't eaten in days, since I changed. So that's
worse.
pretty old stuff.
Oh,
Wait, can you shapeshift into a clean version of yourself to avoid having to clean your beard? Like, is that a thing you can do?
That's cool.
A good question.
Or do you keep the dirt, and will the beard always be dirty unless you clean it?
I
Interesting.
think it's an illusion.
Ooh,
And not
it is.
a real. It is a physical change.
You could, in theory,
just
transform into a version of yourself without a beard.
Or a
Yeah, I'll
clean
try
beard.
that later when we're not on the street.
I need
We
to
also
make a
still have
note.
some loot to identify. Nolan, do you have time for that?
Yes, when we're back in the inn, I can do it, and then we should make our way out of this town.
I agree. And I would also try to find Bella somewhere in the stable.
Yeah.
I won't be long in the magic shop.
I guess
they,
we're all yeah.
they just have to supply me a few things, and then I'll be gone.
Okay.
By the way, there's a very incredibly obscure reference, but we'll see when it comes out. Attached to the suit. All right.
That's very vague and not clear at all.
No,
Which I
but
do believe was the
just keep an eye out. But I know what I had in mind when I created it, but I can't remember the name of the reference. But I know what it is. So, yeah, well. Anywho,
It's a yellow jacket because it's
I
black.
will say, Nolan, how much do you wish to buy? Because I'll provide what the store has in store.
That's it. I wanted to ask the shopkeeper, do you have maybe 1,000 and 2,000 gold worth of paper and ink?
What?
And he doesn't. He just stares at you.
Well.
Sir,
And someone to
If-
carry it.
it's only paper, sir.
But yes, but 2,000
It's-
words of it's a lot of paper.
It's well, we have 500 in stock, sir.
500 papers. Okay.
Yes, that's clearing me out, and well, I have a little more, but that's personal stash for this nobility.
Don't care.
Look,
Nobility,
I mean,
nobility,
Oliver.
nobility. They don't care about the arcana. I'm a master of the arcane. These things.
So if
are
I
meant
don't
for me.
provide when asked, I will lose my business.
This man here next to me, you can see is clearly of nobility.
Yes, sir. I have it.
Yes.
Oh my!
How do you do?
And the Lord
What?
demands his paper.
And I toss a coin. I toss a coin, platinum coin.
You went to that madman's haberdashery, didn't you?
Confidel Pinding Pink. Yes. Can you see I'm not nobility?
Whatever you are, I pity you, sir.
Oh.
You,
well,
you
that's
see
so.
Darius' confidence drop. And I feel, I know, right? I don't want to
Okay,
wear
so
it.
that's not a ruse we can use. Okay, we learned something. That's not a ruse we can use.
No.
Okay. Well, then give me what
Incredible.
you have, and I'll pay you for it.
Yes, sir.
Paper and ink.
So 500. 500
Yes.
goals worth.
Yes, paper and ink.
And yes. Well, for the inks, I have another. If you really are providing the funds right away, then I have 300 worth of ink on top of that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This might take a while. Do you have any special magical items in stock?
Sadly, I knew you were going to ask me that, and I didn't prepare for it. Items.
I was here for the basics, Cole.
Yeah, of course, but hang on.
Sorry, maar dat vind ik leuk, hè.
Yeah, of course. That's why I gave the incentive. Go ahead.
Zodat je leuke dingen tegenkomt. Hè.
I won't have the funds to buy fancy magical items.
Go.
Cassius leans to Boris and goes, "Did you know they were loaded? Because like this is a lot of money." He just drops down like it was nothing.
I suspected it's due to their extravagance, but I was unsure till now.
Yeah.
Extravagant.
Well, extravagance, my friend, is what
Well, we work for the
I
Graven
am.
Legion.
You're not
Yeah,
part of this
I don't-
conversation. We were whispering to each other mentally if
Ah.
needed be.
Okay.
You're counting.
I think they are gossiping.
I talk to. I say Nolan. Nolan.
The
Mhm.
Graven Legion,
it
they must
always
pay a lot of
expensive?
money. Holy shit.
Nolan, is it? I do need 2,000 gold. That's a lot. Is it so expensive to buy to research spells? I
It
mean, I
is
just fling them from the air.
incredibly
comes-
expensive. The fine arts of the Arcana are not only very exhaustive to the mind, but also to the wallets.
Oh, what was your count? Sorry, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I have keen mind. I know exactly where I
Ah,
was.
damn it.
Here are the funds.
Okay, if you need some funds, I mean, just ask me. I've got some. You see, I've got some money.
Oh sure, I need some funds.
Oh, oh, one,
Uh,
two.
Not like that.
All right, let me roll a
Oh.
few times here to see what
I
that
guess we could
happens.
just
I'll take it
maybe
back.
they're
This
just
nobleman.
spending calendarless hoard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a. I don't even know where he kept it. I mean, I know this sounds really bad coming from me, but I do wonder where he kept all that money.
This nobleman. This
He will pay
nobleman
for
will.
it.
You see me.
Yeah.
You just see me take the gold and did leave it on the counter like.
It was
he got
700
me-
gold.
He got me there. 800,
of me.
500,
800.
300.
Ah, okay.
5 and 3, yeah.
Okay.
So-
Thank you, Dario.
The first thing he presents you, Gord, he points at the wall and says, well, when we have a few items of curiosity. This one here, not quite sure how it ended up here. It was here when my father had the shop. This is a Trident of Fish command. I'm not kidding.
Nice.
It's we are quite a while away from the sea or any sort of large body of water, but it allows you to control a water-based creature sometime. It also is a magical weapon that can be thrown at a certain distance.
Oh no, let's not go there.
We also have, well, let me see here. Oh, I'm gonna regret this one. A wand of magic missile
Ooh.
That sounds very nice.
with 7 charges.
Ooh.
And do they recharge or are they finished?
Yes, they do recharge mildly every day at dawn, but if it's completely expended, there is a chance it will break.
All right.
That's interesting.
I have a similar wand, with the wand of web that casts a similar spell. That also, again, if depleted, has a chance to break.
Zijn dat attunement items of niet?
They would be, yes.
All of them.
No, actually, the wand of magic missiles is not. The wand of web is.
And how much would the wand of magic missile be?
Well, wand of magic missile is a uncommon major tier item, which is of course something that doesn't make any sense to you. So that would be. Right now, the gods are merciful, and it's 200 gold.
Oh,
Ja, sold.
Very well, sir.
Behalve dat iemand anders een bot wou doen. Maar...
no.
No, I can cast magic missiles myself.
Yeah, but you just spell slot.
Guys are starting to realize that while obviously evil and moral complexions may apply, being a criminal did offer you many more funds than his current disposition offers him.
Yeah.
All right, so Gord has a wand of magic missile. Beware, all of you. I will throw it in your inventory.
Thank you.
And then the last item available was exactly 80. Okay. And one other thing is gloves of missile snaring. So they allow you the ability to catch projectiles thrown at you and reduce the damage.
Attunement or not?
It is indeed attunement.
Okay.
I have one question. Do you happen to have an amulet which prevent other people to scry on me?
Ah. I
'Cause I recently met this old dude, and he might be pissed with me. So yeah.
Amulet of
non-detection or something.
yeah.
Amulet of proof against detection and location.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm still wearing that stuff.
Yeah, I know you all have it, but I never had
But
it.
I don't want to wear it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah,
You can have
so
mine if you want.
there's no point in wearing one if the other guy isn't wearing one.
True.
And I don't think they're looking for you, are they? Aren't they looking for three of us?
It's not the thing. It's the other dude.
Yes, yeah, the other, yeah.
But if you decide not to wear it, then well, yes, then I'm not going to buy this now.
You can
Yeah,
have mine, Nolan.
I would.
Yeah, well, that makes no sense. But then never mind then.
Well, I mean, obviously, I don't know what's going on here, but if someone was looking for gourd, I'm not entirely sure they would find gourd because, as we know, gourd is no longer.
Yes, but people are
What
also
he
looking
once
for
was,
Dario, so
so-
it's
I'm still wearing it.
yeah, fugitives.
So do you
No.
well regardless it would be it would be 700 gold regardless.
Oh. Oof.
It is not
Well-
a common item, but we happen to have procured one.
Well, I'll sleep a night, and then come back tomorrow maybe.
Very well, sir. You've already been my best customer in months, so no problem at all.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
just
have a lot
walked
of
in and go,
revenue.
give me everything you have.
Okay, well, and you actually need gourd.
He's currently testing his wand of
Mhm.
missiles. Please don't.
Making pew pew noises.
Say
Anything
no to
else you want, Gord, or are
No,
we
I'm
going
said
to
I'm
leave this
happy with
shop?
my wand.
Okay, then I
Alright.
bid you a very nice day, Master of the Arcana.
Indeed, and thank you for your purchase, and hopefully see your patronage again.
Yes. Nolan Tusk. Might
Indeed.
have heard of me.
I haven't, but I'm sure I will soon.
You will soon.
Kun je mijn amulet of proof aan de dingen geven dan, Nolan?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, by the way,
Amulet.
I'm only
Amulet.
tuned to it because if I wear it and you don't, then Rashanida will still scry on you. So
Oh, you don't want it? Then I'll just keep it in
no,
my
no. I'm not saying I don't want it. You give it to me, and I'll
Yeah,
just
I'll give it to you, yeah, sure.
And then sell it somewhere in a corner store.
for 50 gold.
The story behind how
what is
he
it?
has so much gold revealed.
No, other people buy my stuff.
So am I doing the transfer, yes or no?
Yes, you can have it. Thank you.
And so it has. So it is written, so it shall be.
Okay.
Alright.
Here I was thinking I was the criminal, and these guys are seemingly on the run from something or someone, and established enough that they have amulets to prevent being.
No, they had they had an administrative issue with the Irish authorities.
Yeah. But they were looking for a fight. They were out of bounds.
Oh,
You know, when we said back in the old days we needed someone to have an administrative error, it meant, you know,
is that really what you said? That's old school.
well,
Yeah, but that's pretty much what happened. So
how am I
Yes.
just now discovering this?
Let's not go there.
How are you so bad at being or pretending to be a criminal if you're also this good at being a criminal and
It's
I'm not a criminal.
there
I
was a
was
misunderstanding.
I was studying in my room
Yeah, Nolan
when the
wasn't
guards
there.
came to get me.
There was a misunderstanding. Both parties weren't really trying to resolve things. Well, one person really tried, but well, let's not go there. And then things exploded, people died, and we ran.
things exploded, people exploded, and
Oh,
then you ran.
the situation exploded.
That's
Figure of
why
speech.
we don't go to Oratal.
Yes, I had
No.
noticed
That's
that on your
yeah,
map, and it kind of confused me.
that's where everything happened. Yes.
We don't go to Oros. Yeah, that's
Yeah, some Ilish officials were looking for a fight. They were bossing around where they didn't have jurisdiction yet, and our barbarian friends felt offended, and yeah, we
Let's say that those Irish people, their character was how I look right now.
yeah, exactly.
And the barbarian solves the
Douchebag.
problem like barbarians
the only
solve
way he
problems.
knows how to solve problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I believe the exact quote, which is still one of my favorite ones in this entire campaign, was that he walked up to the Dragonborn, I believe it was, Fire Fist or something like that, and said in character, "Waar gaat het dan?"
yeah.
It was a
And
very big dragonborn.
I felt that through the internet.
yeah.
Yes.
And that concludes why you guys are fugitives.
Yeah.
Or
And then curtains.
Yep.
Technically speaking, only Dario is. Gord is still Gord, and the other one is a troll. So
Yes. Oh, I do
well,
miss him.
I'm going to the tavern. I will identify these items we looted yesterday. Pack a bag, get some sausages, and we'll be on our way.
Okay.
On our way where? Like, where are we going? Are we just following
Oh.
the thing that's in Gord's head, directing him to go somewhere, or
Well, no, we're
what's
not.
the-
We're not going to Black Lands.
Oh,
We're going to
stick to the
Kirkseren.
plan. Stick to the plan.
what's the plan here?
Well,
First,
Kirkseren.
Keep
yes.
going north.
You
I
know where he
think
lives, or
we have a general location.
okay?
Yes.
I'll look through the book of addresses. Right, the big yellow book.
We have a map with a mark. uh, if we reference it with with some notes, then we concluded that there's something there.
And
What?
which way is there? Is that north,
North.
south?
And I
North.
take my cane and I point towards which I think right now is north. There.
We initially were going to the Kadari Plains, the Kalkaru Waste, but not sure if
Yes.
that's still our plan. But well, I think the next stop could be Petarillion.
Yeah, it's probably
let's
the
go that.
easiest way. There should be roads towards that, I think.
Gordon, where is your thing? Which direction is that? Is that
We
that's
are
the same direction? That was also north, right?
That's northeast, I think.
Yes, Petroleum.
As long as we're heading to end Kirkseren's reign, I'm all for it.
Yes,
Yes,
of course.
I agree with
think we
Boris.
have had enough
Focus.
distractions.
Let's focus on one person in our life and get rid of that person. Because we just got rid of one, so we now just go to the next one. He's making our lives quite difficult. He's a very annoying person.
All right.
Well, I'll just go and be fancy in the bar until you guys decide to leave. I'm going to spill some beer and see what the spell does. Right.
Okay.
I'll just spend some
Anyone?
time on the scrolls and rest up and play a bit.
I'll go with Dario and keep track of people's reactions to his robes. Like how many go, huh, that's weird. How many just laugh at him? How many are impressed by his robes, which I'm assuming is not very
Ex-
many.
The last one. How many
Um,
are impressed?
So passive perception and insight on people regarding the robes.
Yeah.
17.
There are some people. You know, when top hats were first introduced, it is said that women fainted in the streets because of the audacity and the strangeness of them. There's a little bit of that, but there's more grown men stopping in the streets and pointing like little children. The light reflecting off as a ray of multicolored light just emanates from it. There are people here who have been digging all day trying to get the water to subside. You can now tell, by the way, that in quite a short time in the distance, you will see that a sort of embankment has been made to try and channel this new river that is still not stopped. Like the well in the center of town has effectively been broken down and has now become the exit point of an underground river. But for a moment, all of that is forgotten as Dario saunters past. When you enter the inn, you will hear one. Yeah, sorry. You will hear one loud "fucking hell" from somewhere from the patronage. When
Cassius,
suddenly everything goes quiet.
someone recognize you, Cassius?
You know what? Yeah, that I might need to deal with that at some point. Did I see who was the guy saying "fucking hell"? Would I have noticed, or is it just
Yeah, it was just there were a couple of probably miners that sit together and really gruff men, hair all the way up to the elbows, and they're just sitting there hunched over eating their probably now their lunch, and one of them just looks up as he enters and it just goes "fucking hell," and all of them just turn and it's just a cold stare, and one of them almost chokes on his bread.
Right on that moment, I'm gonna try and snatch the coin from Cassius. He told me to try and steal to get better.
Oh,
Okay.
the Raven Idol thingy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
The trinket.
something. Yes.
Okay, so Dario, I will say, might make a sleight of hand roll,
Yes.
and you have to beat. I'm not going to tell you. Oh,
I don't beat that.
because there is a certain passive perception on Cassius.
Oh,
don't.
oh no.
Ah,
Oh, I
So-
don't think. Ooh.
He
Almost.
can beat it. It is possible.
I can, yeah.
So it's not an impossible roll, but however, this one is not high enough. So you immediately feel something tugging on your vest.
Without looking, I said other people would probably not be able to look at anything other than you. I didn't mean me.
Drats. I thought this would be a good
It's
moment.
honestly, it's not a bad attempt. Because I would have.
Yes, it is.
There is definitely part of me that's distracted by seeing people react to you.
Why are you always so aware? I'll try another time.
Because in my line of work, if you're not aware, you're dead.
Cool.
You work for the Irish government?
Oh boy.
I don't work, so I'm poor.
Okay.
Religion.
I'm going to the barkeep and I say, "Oh, a glass of your finest ale, my friend."
Wine! Tell your wine.
Wine. A glass of finest wine. Okay.
Beer and wine or both?
Can you mix them? That's fancy.
Oh.
Right?
I sure as hell fucking wouldn't. That's a waste of both of those things. I mean, the
Well,
wine's not that great.
And I'll do it myself. Just give me one of both.
Fucking hell, alright. Fucking. Weren't you in here before? I mean, you didn't look like that.
I know I'm wearing this because this gnome confidel pinning pink. Well, I think he scanned me. I don't know.
Oh,
So
yeah, that makes sense.
as long as I'm here, I'm trying to keep up the appearance and try to be fancy. I don't take it personally. I want to get out of this town and out of this suit as soon as
Ayo,
possible.
he
I'm
didn't
sorry.
scam you. You got it for free.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not really. All right, here you go, mate. Finest
you.
ale and
you.
the finest wine I've got. And this isn't like getting up to your head or something. This isn't messing with your brain or anything, because he's a clever guy like that. He's dangerous. He sometimes puts enchantments and spells on his clothes and all. You sure he hasn't?
I think just his sense of taste has struck me this deep that I need to calm down and realize what the hell is happening.
We'll take whatever time you need, mate.
Yes,
Because yeah,
yes.
I can relate. Well, no, I can't. But
I'm gonna I'm gonna sit on that table. Oh boy.
great. Say, if you don't mind, just take the one in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm already sitting at
Go
a table,
back.
and I will identify the items that we have
Right.
gotten. So it was a spell scroll of unknown spell, a bag of
Yeah.
beans, an unknown potion, and a pair of glasses.
And a magical rope.
And a
Yes.
magical. Ah, okay.
Rope. Rope with a P, right? Not robe. Ooh, speaking
Rope.
of robe,
Robe.
can you
Dario is wearing a
identify-
magical robe.
Can you
With
identify
P.
Dario's robe?
Yes.
I bet it's cursed. He can never take it off.
There is a piece of clothing that is exactly that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
It rips off the skin if you try to take it off, but that is
Oh,
not this.
oh.
damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Lord.
Can I find anyone that can curse it like that?
You've been
Well,
cursed
you're
already.
heading for it in your brain, so. All right. So the potion is a potion of gaseous form.
Mhm.
So I will get.
That's
Did I
good.
actually get that? Oh, that's actors, not items.
I mean, Dario's a druid, right? So he could wild shape and have his clothes fall off, and then he would lose the robe if it's the cursed one. Which would be the point.
Potion of
Yeah.
gaseous form. So what this does is
Very
you are under the gaseous form spell for 1 hour, no concentration required, or until you end the effect as a bonus action. This potion's container seems to hold fog that moves and pours like water. So for 1 hour, you get a gaseous form, which means you can't attack, cannot, and you have resistance against all damage, but you have 120 feet movement speed, I believe, from the top of my head.
Yes.
Okay, so
Very fast.
Who's taking that?
potion of become cloud.
Yes.
Who wants this? A nice magical potion. This turns you into a cloud. You can move 120 feet. Cole. 120 feet. Otherwise, I'll tuck it away.
Yeah, anyone that needs it.
Well, I mean, anyone can carry it. We won't know
You
when we
have
need
the
it
least
until we need it.
mobility options out of all of us.
Actually, this is not
You
the
or
one.
Boris?
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This is you into misty clouds. While in this form, the target's only movement is a flying speed of 10 feet. The target can enter and occupy a space of other creatures. Target has resistance to non-magical damage, and it has advantage on strength, dexterity, constitution saving throws. Can pass through small holes, narrow openings, even cracks. So yeah, so it's not that because that's another spell that I
Yeah,
was thinking of. That was
okay,
mist
so-
form.
So you turn
this
into a
is
small cloud,
This is
Yeah.
for
reconnaissance and stuff.
reconnaissance.
an
Yes.
infiltration.
You know,
yes.
this would be really good if you're like in a collapsed cave and you need to escape.
Ah, okay, then I'll have it.
But you have ropes.
You have ways of escaping that. Like it should
Maybe
probably
Boris
be
is missed,
Gord or Boris because
Yeah, boys or
they
something.
get stuck in
Okay,
stuff. Like that.
I shove
we
it
step in and
towards. I
fight.
shove it towards Boris. There you go, Boris.
Okay,
Thank you. Not
you
sure
get
how
the
much
fart
it
potion.
was, eh?
Fine, push.
Then we have the eyeglasses, which are completely unremarkable. No, they are eyes of minute seeing. So these, while wearing, you can see. You have advantage on intelligence investigation checks that rely on sight while searching an area or studying an object within the range of 1 foot. So they're basically like goggles that are
Study glasses.
These are mine. I'll have them.
Yeah, I
Nice.
figure.
okay.
Wait,
They are
does
also
it work on looting?
on any investigation
Investigation.
check, any investigation requiring.
And it's intelligence.
yeah, that's for
These are
sure.
mine.
All right, and there are not attunements.
Yes, that's why.
Then
That's important. That's nice.
the rope is a rope of mending. So if broken, there we go. So it's 50 foot of hempen rope. And you can cut it into any number of smaller pieces and then use an action to speak a command word and cause the pieces to knit together. The pieces must be in contact, and otherwise this will have no effect. A rope of mending is forever shortened if a section of it is lost or destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A completely innocuous piece of equipment that will never come and bite me in the ass somehow.
I already thought of one thing I could do.
Who wants the rope?
I
Do
suspected.
you want it, Cassius?
Give it to Cassius. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Cassius,
mind having it.
yep.
Yes,
You have the
or-
rope.
Yes, I do. It's yeah.
Okay. Then we have a spell scroll left.
Yes.
And that's it.
Do I need to do
And it
anything,
wasn't
or is-
specified what, right?
No, a spell scroll.
I think it was 7th level. I don't know.
Because I somehow did not.
Scroll of wish.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man, I
don't
wish
know.
Black Class were here.
Oh,
Ah, there we go.
You
And there
came
was
by the Blackstone. Damn it.
okay. The scroll is a scroll of protection from elementals.
Oh.
Hang on.
Protection.
Well.
elementals of
No.
elements.
Elementals.
Yeah. So it's a scroll of protection. I'll throw this to you, Nolan, or what are we doing?
Yes, because I want to make it into a spell. Can I do that?
Roll
Yeah.
protection from elementals.
So what I've given you is a scroll of protection. You can add that in parentheses of elementals because it's the same, right? So you can tell if you click open the scroll, you will see
Mm-hmm.
the variants: aberrations, beasts, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, plants, and dead. This one is elementals. So what else do we have? Ah, yes. Then you have a bag of beans.
Right.
It is a bag of beans.
It's very interesting.
Dario, you're the nature guy. Here you go.
But I already have the bag.
Ah ja,
Right.
dat je die krukjes kunt uittrekken.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I already
Yeah.
have.
So I'm not going to read everything that you can do with a bag of beans. I'm just going to link it.
Oh.
Oh, it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
very amusing. But I already have a bag of tricks. So.
He's got a pimp suit and now he's turning tricks.
So if somebody else
Bag
can
of
use
beans.
this, I I can get the bag of beans and somebody else gets the bag of tricks, but I think the bag of tricks suits me better.
I'll take the beans. I'm not sure what they do yet, but
They
They
have a
do a lot.
variety of
They
effects.
do a variety of possible things.
oh, it's random. That's pretty cool.
It's random. It's a D100.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You can have it. Just
Yeah, sure.
I
I'll
only
take it if no one
I
wants
only
it.
have that much actions
Well,
in battle.
if,
So
if there's no particular interest, I just keep it. But here you go.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This one's gonna fuck me the hardest.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
or us.
maybe, possibly.
There you go. Gord, the perfectly non-chaotic character, has the bag of beans.
Right.
And I do believe that concludes
Yes.
the items.
Er staat bij 3d4 dry beans. Moeten we dat nu rollen?
Yes, please.
I'm also going to roll my portents, which I haven't done yet.
That's not a bad roll. Bella rolled for it.
Ah, ja, blijkbaar. Die geselecteerd.
Okay. 2 17s.
So, are we finishing up in this town? Do we want to talk to anyone else?
No, I want to get out of
Or
this town.
are we all fine going to Pet Pavilion?
Sure.
Okay.
No, there's nothing in this town that interests me at the moment. I want to get out. I want to go back into the wilds and out of these rags.
Mm-hmm.
Did we need to tell the captain of the guard that while we finished Malachi, he was apparently not the real human boy? Or
I don't think she wants
Well,
to see us. Maybe
no,
we should send her a message.
maybe we shouldn't.
Who should know? We can send a
Maybe-
message. We can leave a letter.
Yeah, I will write a letter and explaining what we saw.
We're gone. By the way, Malachi was colon poop.
Can you write, quote?
I can write.
Oh, cool.
I am the second most intelligent member of this party.
I thought of a dwarves. Okay.
Well, that doesn't mean you're intelligent. Just.
yeah, that's a low bar to clear. I feel like.
No, that would be Calendula.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. it would be.
I really have a stupid party.
12 in, that's above average.
That is above average.
That's the only thing about me that's above average.
The beard. Hmm?
Yes, the beard dome.
So, Dario, how is your wine beer?
I haven't really mixed it. I didn't dare. I think people will look at me strange when I do that.
They already look strange to you, so
Nice
it
one.
won't matter. We won't judge.
Okay,
I mean,
then,
maybe a little.
and I have a half a keg of beer, so I pour the rest of my wine in it. I stir it, and then
Yeah, it foams a little bit. And, well, has anyone ever here tried to do that in real life?
No.
No, but I imagine I'm like,
Yeah, it's not gonna be great.
that's
the thing,
clean
no?
itself.
Is a thing for something. Forgot what.
There's a name for it, but I don't want to find out what it is. But
Demi.
fantastic. So yeah, you're already not quite the heavy drinker, and that was just
Awful.
awful. It does dribble a little bit on the suit, and you can see it immediately stain. However, you very slightly don't see the drops growing larger, but instead smaller, and it does seem to, like, over time, gradually clean itself. For now, though, you are spattered in red brownish liquid.
Okay.
We should go to Petrolin, I think. I have no idea what we are going to find there. Don't think we have a direct goal or location. But well, north is where we have to go to. How many more weeks are there left, DM, for the Elven Gathering in Revan?
Right.
Well, we had a month.
And the Knoll
This was a month as well.
invade. Yeah, I know. To
Yeah.
Ah,
So
no.
The
I
what and
would
the what now?
say, how
No.
many long
Oh, you
rests
don't know
have you
yet.
guys had?
Not that much, really.
There's a big invasion
Yeah.
plan.
So I think it's only been, I should really note this down. So let's say that from now on,
I think like a week past. More.
Yeah, maybe a week.
yeah, I think we'll call it a week, and let's write that down now and make that the actual thing, because I'm always very bad.
3 weeks left.
From Carneville, 1 week has passed. There we go. There you go.
All right. But to
Yes.
the horses.
Yes, to the horses.
Which we do in fact have.
Mm-hmm. Can you
And
show us the
what-
way, stable boy?
Oh,
I
boy.
absolutely can, rich old man.
Hmm.
Did I see where Nolan was keeping his coin as he flopped it down and then put some back? Because he was counting it out, so I'm assuming
I have a
he...
purse. I just have a purse with coins in it on my belt. Or like a man purse
Alright.
thing.
Alright. Just
Okay.
keeping track of it.
And in the stables, I'm going to switch my tuxedo, stuff it in my bag, and redress my Elinadar robes made for the wilds.
Okay. Did you keep the hat?
For now, I'm gonna keep it. Maybe it'll come to some use
All right. So
if I have gold.
you are reunited with your somewhat soggy horses. As this is in the flooded part of the town, well, I would say the horses were probably relocated to a different stable, where also there is, of course, Bella, the somewhat less vibrant yellow than you might remember, or golden at least, but still walks up to you, Gord, with a knowing stare in her eyes.
At the stables, can I try and sell my bonus horse that I bought way too expensive?
Right.
Alright.
Right, you have another
200
horse.
The 200 gold.
This
You-
short
you-
old horse.
You do have bonus to horse.
Do we need
You
it? No,
can you can bring it along as a pack animal, or you can try and sell it. So
I'll try and sell it.
okay,
We'll
so
buy anyway if we bring
make a persuasion roll, just generally,
it. Persuasion.
to see if what we get.
Wacht even.
One horse, slightly used.
Ik moet even iets checken.
Very good for quick sprints.
For about 12 to 15 seconds.
Proficiency. 17.
No,
You
Yeah, of course.
might not get 200 gold off it, guys.
No, but that's not a bad roll.
Out, denk ik.
Yeah, I will say with a 17, you just get your 50 golds worth.
Nice.
Which is still a net loss because I believe you paid 100.
Yeah, I did.
Not the best day trader.
Stonks. So yeah, Bonus a horse off to the glue factory.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Your guy
No.
going, yeah, sure, and then he loads the horse up, slaps it, and goes, yeah, straight to the butcher with this one.
No, you might actually in the back. As you are leaving, you can hear that one merchant go, "Oh, you found my horse. Good. I was looking for that."
Ja, cool. Fast guy, makkelijk.
Where adventurer shows up and goes, I'll give you 100 gold for your horse. You don't say no.
Yeah, you know they're not gonna last long with that horse. You're
It's
gonna
free
find
money.
them back. Yeah. A specific profession actually in this part of the world where people just follow adventurers around who have bought horses because they know they're just going to be abandoned immediately.
You know, adventurers,
They
they don't know
tend
the
to do
value of money.
that.
Yeah, they're bad with horses before the harpies eat them. So yeah. With that, if there's anything else,
Let's just stroll outside.
No,
The gate.
nothing else.
Outside.
Yep. We've partially exploded half of the city. I feel like our work here is done.
yep.
We did it, guys.
As
We
you-
saved the city. Ashes crumbles in the background.
And as I leave the city, let's say about 30 meters past the gate, I'm gonna spit and look at the city because as Dario, I really hated that place. I mean, I don't like cities, but even for a city, this city was just sheer awful. Ah,
Makes me
fine, I'm
proud
outside.
as a dungeon master.
It was a city. It was definitely one of the cities I've ever been to.
Well, let's hope that our next destination is so much more brighter, more up in the north. Somehow, I doubt it.
I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna, I have to assume it's just an equally shitty mining town.
Have we heard something about? Oh, we should have been. We should have asked around. Oh well, I'm not going back there.
What do you know about Petrolin Cassius?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, DM. What do I know about Australia? If anything.
What you know is that Petrolian is not built on the main cliff. It is therefore actually not a mining town. It is a little a ways away and is seated on top of a hill, a mesa hill, basically a large cliff that rises up. Real world historical equivalent, Megiddo. And it was considered as the stronghold of the Commoners' Empire and the gate to the Nodim Valley. It was one of the main bastions where many patrols would be sent out to the east and west in order to protect the trade routes, the main trade routes coming in and out of the Commoners' Empire of the Nodim Valley. Therefore, it is much more militarized. It is, of course, a trade hub, as many times if things were coming from the north, they had first pickings on goods coming in. So it's always been on par with the city of Meat, which was first the capital of the Nodim Valley Commoners' Empire, but in years have sort of degraded when the Nataran Empire started becoming less important, and the throughput to Ilish, either over the Domodor plains or down to Greven and then beyond, started to slow down. There you are.
All right, so Nolan, actually, Petrolian is not a mining. No, just gonna.
What were you saying?
Well, it's actually not a mining town because it's not on the cliff. It's on.
Well, I
like,
never
a
said it was a
mesa
mining town.
drive. Yeah, but I said it, and then I have to correct it. Yeah,
Ah,
and it's kind of on a mesa, and it's actually called the Stronghold of the Nodim Valley, which is one of the bastions from where patrols are sent out to protect the trade routes and stuff. Some kind of commoner's keep type thing. I don't exactly remember quite what I was going for when I wrote that down, but it's there. They're
okay.
a lot more militarized than the towns we've seen, and they should also be somewhat prosperous because they get first pick from any trade routes that come across, right? They're the first stop, so they get the first pick of all the goodies, so they get all the good stuff, and the leftovers
Okay.
get passed down.
And
So I don't.
who's in charge? Are there any architectural objects we need to have a look? Like, can you give us a tour?
Do I look like I would know that kind of stuff from
Make a
Petrolian?
history roll.
Just have one
Oh
question
no,
or
and
one
I do
demand of you
know.
guys. Let's not try and destroy this town, because the last 2 times I went to with you guys ended in disaster. So
Well,
let's try and
Now,
live on
in
a
my
positive note
defense,
this time.
Omatil was already kind of fucked when I got there.
yes, Boris. Omatil was invaded by Kirksarian, and Carnival is apparently invaded by the Russian Nidre and the whole underground crime scene. So, hey, who knows what Petrolian has in for us?
It's
Yeah, news
actually
travels fast. I'm just hoping I can find a bed every town we visit and not have to sleep on the street.
Mm, fair point.
so. One of the main things you remember of Petrolian is that it does have a splendid citadel. So it has on top of the mesa. There is actually a singular entry point to the city, and everything else has been almost obsessively protected. So there are many places. This entire hill has been turned into a keep, basically. And there is a singular thoroughfare, a singular path that was hewn from the hill itself that is completely protected, and is said that thousands of gallons of burning oil could be pouring down on anyone who would be foolish enough to attack. You even know, as far as you remember, the reigning lord right now is Argendas Mondrat III, which is actually an orc bloodline. It is an interesting story where one of the raiders, let's say, that came from the Somor Plains eventually were hired as mercenaries for the this reminds you, well, it wouldn't remind Cassius, but the rest of the group, Orthomogris of the Lord Zone is also an orc, a full-blooded orc. And so this bloodline as well, they were hired as mercenaries for the patrols, and then eventually worked their way up the nobility, let's say, or at least the importance of the merchants, and then eventually, not quite bloodless, did he take control a few years ago.
All right, so I'll relay that to the rest of the group in case they didn't know it already.
Well, interesting. Thank you.
So, with that in mind, if any of these cities are still well defended, well outfitted, and have a good standing army, then it would be this.
That would be It
So-
should be the safest city in this region.
And how are we
Simply
going to enter the city? Like, we just enter, or do we need the ruse?
I don't think we would.
What are we trying to achieve in the city? Question one. Because
Nothing
just the troops
particularly.
are on our way north.
We're passing through and buying new supplies, and I think
Yeah,
that's it.
but we just need more information. Maybe they have more information.
I mean, we could ask them if they've had any undead plagues or mysterious golems in their city
And-
recently.
or news of up north where the undead
Yes,
army
news up
originated.
north, and anything if some strange events happened lately.
Yeah, because you guys had a map where cities were marked
Yes.
on, and Omatil and Carnival were on it. Was this one was Bitterillion on it as well?
Mm,
And I
I
will
don't think so, right?
construct and figure out if
no, I think meat
this
was.
town
Or-
is in danger.
Hmm.
Or can I not try it again to see if it fits within the plan with the amulet and lining up the points of the on the map?
Well, sorry, you cut out there. I zei heel gemuffeld.
Ja, ik zit op mijn headset van de fiets, dus dat ik terecht op geen plaats, maar bon, dat is iets anders.
Okay. So, well, I refer to you guys. Which were the cities on the note?
Yeah, it was mostly Carnival. It was more inside the gully, no?
So, cities. We had
True.
Carnarville, we had Omadil. Astronel was on it as well, no?
Yeah, I have a list
Patra?
somewhere with numbers next to it.
Yeah, I know you have the list.
But I have so
I think
many
it.
notes.
Wait.
Die Agda Steden, dat was die cirkel, hè? Nee.
Yeah, was it like not a? Was it a pentagram?
Carnival Meet,
In-
Astronel, Batra, Omatil.
Yeah, that
Uh.
makes a spooky shape.
Yeah.
So I guess Peterillion was not on it then.
No.
Nee.
Colossal.
That's good for them.
Yeah, let's see what they know, and then if
Yeah.
they are aware of the danger the other towns are in, because
Yeah,
they're
they
kind
must.
of here to protect them from what I deduced from what you said to us.
There must be some information there we can use, or that's
Yeah.
okay. So let's
Maybe we
go
could
for an
tell them
easy,
that-
comfortable journey without any troubles to Peterillion.
Maybe we could also tell them that Carnival exploding and collapsing was not. That was a one-time thing that will not happen in their city or should not happen in their city. If they were worried.
Why
about
would you
Don't
even
mention
mention
anything.
it?
Yes, I would not mention it at all whatsoever.
yes.
And if someone mentions it, then we say yes, we passed there. It was sheer awful, but
We have no
don't really
idea,
know
yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lie. You're good at lying, so just keep on, keep it.
I
loose.
am terrible at lying.
No, you're not.
Yeah, walking into a store and saying I didn't definitely not stole anything in the previous store. Yeah, I'm not a good look.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just.
Yeah.
Just go back to Freddy the Horde Boy and everything will be fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I give him.
Yeah,
the
that
reins.
does
Yeah.
because the closer we get to Oloso, the more bad it is.
Ah,
Or do you again have a history and a crazy underground rank in this city we need to be aware of?
In Peterillion, not that I'm aware of, but it's
good.
closer to Oloso, so
Your name will carry some remembrance.
again, as I mentioned, yeah, remembrance is the correct term, I think. It
I don't know.
if it evokes a reaction, it's probably a bad reaction in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
So let's just avoid
So back to
the
Freddy.
reaction by
Freddy. I'll try and
ready, whatever. Just
this time and not
not
fuck up after 5 minutes in the city.
that would be appreciated.
Okay. I'll say well, Cassius, you know these roads better than I do. I take it. Or you mostly avoid it. Do you know
I mean, I
some?
would have passed here at some point, I guess, during my
I mean,
original backstory
as
travels from Oloso to
yeah,
the
or
point where I met up with the party. So, like,
as a rogue, like, did you try to avoid the main roads and were there some sneak routes, or Well, not that we need to use them.
Not particularly.
Okay. Well, I'd say
Like
you.
it's still easier and faster to travel on a road. I'm
yeah,
not gonna
if you-
trek through 3 miles of forest, or I'm not gonna trek through the forest for 4 weeks just to avoid people on the road. Like, I mean, not
Then,
unless I have to.
if you've been here before, I'd say you can try and lead us. I'll help you, given the terrain and whatnot.
Sure, but like if it's not a road, then I'm not really super useful. But I mean, yeah. Sure. Okay. All right. Then we set sail. Well, it's not set sail, but set course towards.
You really want to use
Petrolium?
that boat, huh?
It's not even a sailboat; it's a rowboat. So like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
So,
was waiting, but there was no chance to use it in the underground.
in the
water
flooded
part.
city? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Uh,
Eh,
all right. So, we are almost nearing the prep I did 3 weeks ago, or 3 sessions ago. Who here wants to take the forefront?
I guess me then.
I'm
Alright.
right behind him,
Sure.
looking at the terrain. So let's say that I'm helping him,
Give him some guidance as well.
or is it
Well,
possible?
guidance is for a minute. This is for an extended journey. So, fine. Cassius, a roll with advantage because Dario is surveying the surroundings.
I am rolling perception or
Survival.
survival. Oh, because to navigate.
Do not die on the road. Yeah.
Ooh. Survival. That's all the way to the bottom. Hey, I'm actually not bad at that. I'll add
You-
1d8 from my.
Well, you have advantage again because Dario's
right.
helping out.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
I
No,
just
I'll take
asked.
I'll have to take the 12, and then
Okay.
I'll do one of these. So it's 16.
16. Okay. So, I will say, for the sake of everyone's sanity, I'm not going to spend the session having you travel. I will say it will take more than 1 day because you guys didn't set out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
So, but at the end of the first day, there's 2 things. Dario, it has been worryingly quiet. This is a grassland. There are some places where rivers flow and you can see trees grow, but mostly it is a grassland and it is thinning. It's almost like a prairie type situation. So shrubs and everything like that. Apart from occasionally an insect flying by, you really can't spot any wildlife, not even birds.
What?
It feels empty here. Again, not completely, but all the wildlife here is either avoiding you or has left the region completely.
Well, it's worrisome. Cassius,
Hmm?
I don't like this. There's nothing here. It's empty. That's how I can describe it. It's empty.
It is
Completely devoid of.
almost too quiet. And we should be moving away from the area around the cities that were targeted by something. So
Then, while you're having this conversation, there is a a slight raise to the road you're following. And you get a whinny from your horses as there stands a great singular oak that somewhat bends over the road, and there are remains of not really an encampment, but maybe a defensive position, like a checkpoint of some kind. And immediately, both because everybody here has ridiculous perception and I'm not even going to bother with the rolls, there's damage to this oak. And Dario, you immediately look, there is a withering. There is necrotic wear and tear to this. And as you take in the surroundings, immediately the scent of blood, of stale, solidified blood. You look round and you see signs of battle. Damage to the encampment, damage to the tree, magic has been used here. Stains of blood in the dirt, now long since coagulated. But not a single body.
Can I surmise as to how big the battle was, in how many participants, and maybe who was battling who, or were there undead?
Make either an Arcana or investigation roll.
Sucking.
Right now, you can't really tell numbers, but there is a lot of blood here. And again, like the damages, but again, you don't see a single body, you don't see a single weapon dropped, nothing.
Yes. So
Can I use Divine Sense near the tree?
Sure.
Is there something undead or fiendish or celestial?
Right now, there is the faintest remaining essence of a necrotic power, but no longer here, no longer present. It's just a faint veneer across everything.
Okay.
So undead is what you sense, but it's gone.
oh, we're in the right direction, all right. That's quite sure.
Do I see any markings or anything that I spot that can be linked to Kirksurin? Or
You make an investigation roll as well. You
oh wow.
you feel unease. It's been some time after being in Carnival since Omatil, and you do get this same sense of forebodingness in the air, the smell of the rot on the tree. It's all similar, but there's no smoking gun, let's say.
There's nobody alive or anything to be rescued or
There's
get
a
information from.
stains on the ground and damage on the surroundings, and that's all you see.
And by the looks of it, how many people would have lived here? Or
You can tell that you know of outposts like these. It's usually like a maybe 12 to 24 people in a patrol that would have stocking here. They would have, you can see like there's a few like rudimentary dwellings, not really a house, but places to shelter. And you see a fire pit, the remains of a campfire, people were stationed here recently. You can tell. There's still some uneaten meat on one of the spits on the fire, so it does look like life ended abruptly here. Those wars interrupted.
Do I recognize any of the damage as being from traditional warfare or more like from giants like we saw with the army coming for Omatil?
You see a few arrows stuck in the woods. You see damage from axes and blades, and you see also the damage left behind by various uses of magic. More prominently on the tree, which has like a big cut of rot that's basically at the base of the tree.
I suggest we move on. There's nothing to see here, and it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, indeed. Let's continue.
Terry, you're in touch with nature and all that, right? Like,
Yes,
do
I
you
am.
talk to trees?
I
Is that a thing you do? Like, could you ask the
is
tree what
that
happened here? Is that a thing you do, or
is
am
a
I
thing
just
I
making
can
it up?
do, but I have to take a short rest to prepare myself to do it.
Ah,
Or long rest.
all right, yeah, then we don't
I
want
thought
to.
about it. I really thought about it, but I thought no, I'm not gonna do it.
Alright.
So I do not have it prepared.
Right, because you always hear about the people who live in nature and stuff. They can talk to animals, they can talk to trees. So, but like that is not a
I
myth. That is actually a thing you guys do.
It's possible, but it's not like a conversation. It's not like you and me talking right now. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's still a tree, it's still a bush. So I can surmise certain words and concepts, but it's a very, very base and rudimentary language.
Ah, but you do in fact talk to trees. Huh.
On a certain level, yes, I can if
I
I'm
think
prepared.
I lost a bet with someone somewhere that I made over. No, there's no
But
way they
I
talk to
don't.
trees. That's just bullshit. That's just made up.
I could ask, but I don't really think we should in this place. I think it's quite
No, this is not.
obvious what happened. Something bad happened, and dead
Yeah,
assaulted the
it's
camp.
definitely not worth staying here and
Indeed.
spending the night. Just
I
to...
think that maybe in a time we'll come. We'll definitely have some.
Oh, if
Surety.
it's late,
Someone
we
must have escaped. We'll see. We'll get to know what happened here.
just remember we always have a safe place to sleep, no matter where we are.
Which is
That's so right.
The
Leo's
dome,
tiny hut.
dome.
my
You
magical
say that
dome
as
of
if I
comfort.
know exactly what. I haven't seen
No,
you
no,
use.
you haven't. My magical dome of comfort.
You have a magical dome of comfort, and that is. I am genuinely curious
if-
to see
Well, if we are
what a
tired,
magical dome of comfort looks like to Nolan.
if you are
Like,
tired and want to make camp, then I can.
is it just books? I have to imagine it's just books, right?
Jullie camp van boeken gestapeld.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Okay.
see, I guess. That could come in handy.
It always does. So, are we going further?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing here of interest.
I get the creeps. This place gives me the creeps.
I understand. Well, maybe just maybe let's. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take to the skies and scout the area, because maybe we'll have a better view, or maybe I can grasp better what really happened on a more meta scale of the
All right.
things. So I'm just gonna turn into an eagle and see what's what, and look forward as well, more ahead.
So you all watch as Dario sends to the skies.
Before he flies off, I'll
Yeah.
open the telepathic connection so that he can. Because I'm assuming that still works if he's an eagle, right? Because it's just it's
Yeah, his
thoughts, and
brain would say
he
it
does
wouldn't
have
just be
Dario's thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah. So that way he can talk to me if he sees something instead of, make eagle noises.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, good point.
combination.
Yeah. So there you go. You lit up your little Dario drone. Make a perception check, I believe, with advantage because of the eagle.
Yeah, on site.
Keen sight.
Is Calendar flying with you?
No.
Well, she'd
She
be
can.
not hiding at that point, but she might.
Yeah, let's say let's have
Yeah.
some fun. Yeah.
All right. So suddenly you are an eagle, and this dragon looks dragon-sized suddenly. The
Yeah.
scale, you are a small bird, and
I should have picked a large eagle.
yeah, so it's kind of scary. I mean, you realize that she's having fun and she has this strange draconic smile on her face as she's finally allowed to fly a little bit. But it's still like, oh, okay. There's a scale really fucks with you. But and I'll allow her to do a perception as well.
Well, that's very inconspicuous, of course.
Very. Actually has expertise in that.
You need to give her some
But-
freedom.
Yeah, but it's
I know,
she's not
but
really paying attention.
an eagle in the sky,
She's
or
having
an
too
eagle
much
and a
fun.
dragon in the sky.
We're out in the wilds. There's no one here.
Yeah, we
No,
haven't.
there is
That's-
that's
That's
the
the whole
issue. There is
point.
no
there's
one here.
There's nothing here that
You're
concerns
in the
me.
sky.
I understand
know.
your concern, but we haven't seen anyone in
So
Well,
yeah.
ever since we left Carnival.
Like, do I see anything that's odd in the environment? Like, do I see where the battle continued, where it came from? Do I see maybe made-up camps of refugees or survivors?
I will say with a 21, it is now at this scale becoming clear that these paths have been less traveled. It is as though that's the connection, let's say, between Petrilian and Carnival and Ometil has, in recent months or so, not really been that well traveled. And you see a pattern, I will say. You see marks of marching feet. You see a path disturbed and almost destroyed by hundreds of feet of armored individuals and others that have been trotting northwards.
Oh.
I see any insignias or anything that might have been left on the side of the road.
You are not an eagle.
Does it take me the direction of the steps? Does it go directly to Petrilian, or is it another direction northwards?
It seems to be following the road route now. That's you're not far enough from Carnival, let's say, to see the city at all.
Yeah.
But it follows the road almost exactly.
Yeah, I
And you
relate
see, yeah.
to Cassius saying, "Be wary, because we're following in the footsteps of a major horde of undead."
Translating that verbatim to everyone. So I mean, I'm just repeating out loud what he's telling me.
So yeah, Duke 70. Yeah, I'm just I'll keep hovering this for the longest my wild shape lasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
I'll
So
Let's say that I'm always within line of sight of the party.
I'm
So
moving
our line is-
forward and I'm keeping an eye on our surroundings, and I'm trusting someone else to keep an eye on Dario, and also Dario to let me know if he
It
sees
lasts
anything else.
3 hours, so say when 3 hours are gone, if anything more happens.
okay. I will allow you another perception roll at the end of it. So roll again with advantage as you guys have been moving at some speed, because again you're flying as an eagle, so that's already a good pace, and the horses as well. 24. Okay. There is a river crossing, and it is just a gentle small stream, really, that you see in the distance. And there, on that crossing, you see another sign of battle. And this time it is a much larger one. It looks like a much larger force engaged with whoever was marching down the streets or down the road. Here, again, you can tell there are stains of blood. Damage to the bridge that is across it. The bridge, in fact, is completely is in disrepair. Crumbled. The guard tower that, or at least the guard post that is next to it, completely crumbled as well. The wooden structure burned down, completely in disarray. And there is a small town. Again, it's not a city. It is a town of maybe a few dozen buildings. A fisherman's village. You can see as it's over the river, there are these. Yeah. And you can tell from here that the entire village was destroyed. The mostly wooden buildings, almost nothing, maybe a temple made of stone, but thoroughly destroyed.
Okay. Then I fly back and return to my normal form, I relay this information that we should tread with ease and go to that place. Like, because that was the only point of crossing on the river, or did I see?
Unless you want to ford the river, as far as you can tell, that bridge was the only point. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, then I
and
tell
are your
party we should head for that.
and are your, were the tracks going towards Petarvillian or were they going in a different direction?
They are following the road as far as I could see, because we are way too far from Petarvillian to make out that information. So yes, we are behind the undead horde. They are going north, so we can assume Kirksaren is quite present here. But whatever his plans are, he's destroying everything on his path.
Okay. That's what he usually does.
So it's not good news, but well, we're going in the right direction. I guess we should be happy.
Just to be sure, the fact that there's no bodies means that the people that were killed just rose up as part of the undead
Well,
army, right?
I
Most
wanted it
likely.
myself. Either I would have seen drag marks, or there's something else going on.
Well, there's two options. Either they have been consumed by the Pact Stone, or
I
they
think
have been resurrected and now running in his army.
I
The
assume
souls are probably resurrected and the bodies are probably marching.
I
the souls are
assume that's the
probably-
case. Yes, I assume that's the case.
So Boris, how are you feeling? Fanny on the tail
I
of
just
Kirksaren.
Boris is muted right now.
Boris is muted indeed.
He fell asleep.
Well, yeah, he fell asleep.
He
just
fell off his
Oh,
horse
What
5
was the
miles
question?
ago.
Sorry, I was distracted for a second there.
okay.
no one's.
We are in a situation that we are behind. I don't know how far of a major undead horde that is destroying everything in its path. It's possibly Kirksaren resurrecting everything everybody he kills. So Nolan asked you, well, How Boris? How do you feel?
And do we have the utility to destroy this kind of army? What numbers are we talking?
Hundreds.
Because I know what the
Hundreds.
last army did.
Yeah, well, it's not a small army,
Is
Do,
this
do we
in
see
deduction from the
the...
damage?
and
No.
they have they have a goal, they have a path. It's clear they're going one direction. They have a mission, and
We can get the aid of Petarillion, maybe. We might
Did you
stand a
see the
chance.
skeletal mages that we destroyed to destroy the previous horde?
Yes.
we didn't see the
That's
army.
where we need...
only saw the tracks of it. The problem is that these roads, if you can see closely, they haven't been used in months. So whatever's going on, that has been going on for a while. I mean, people are avoiding these roads, and we are now the only ones treading on them. So
Did you get
maybe
a
it's in
look?
our advantage, as in
How,
nobody will expect us coming from
how
this
old
way.
are the tracks, Dario? Good.
I don't
Did you
know.
know?
The blood has been
You
coagulated, so
you can make a survival roll. Anyone can make a survival roll to try and surmise how long ago all of this has happened.
yeah, let's do that.
Could we also get a sense of numbers if we roll high enough?
Sure,
Yep.
I'll try.
Uh,
Nope.
Keep
Oh
rolling
boy,
well,
guys,
guys.
come on, man, come
That's a
on.
good thing we all checked because
It is difficult. This entire road has been trampled, and it is very hard to tell. Like there's sharp corners, there's boots, there's even horse hooves that are imprinted. Dario, you get the best idea because you've already tracked this. But in terms of how long ago, yeah, the blood's completely dried. It's clear. It has rained. It has, wind has blown. The tracks have been smeared out. The numbers, I don't know, anywhere from 50 to 100 to more. It's almost impossible to tell. But how long ago, you can maybe estimate it was probably more than 2 to 3 days ago.
Yeah, not that long.
I see 3 options we can take here. First, we just follow on a respectful distance, and then we do some kind of hammer anvil tactic, where we hope they're engaged with the walls, and then we just rush them in the backside and try to eliminate as many while we fight our way inside to the city.
Or the
Or we
same.
avoid them and just ignore the town, or we go for where we find the command post, as we did with Omatil.
I
The
think
Yeah,
Emperor.
I
let's
think we
scout.
first have to establish contact with someone in the city. We won't be able to just others 6 of us rush 5 of us rush
I
in
would
there and destroy the army.
I
Will
would
be suicide.
very carefully approach the city, the surroundings of it, see what's going on, and then make a plan of engagement or an action. Um, because if this is the case, then for all sake, the Horde has utterly destroyed Petrolian before we even get there. Or the case is the same situation as in Omatil, and it may be under siege or almost under siege the moment we get there.
Do we
If you can
know
see the can.
has anyone ever seen someone living in Petarillion, or do we know of an important figure that I can try and contact with this spell?
Is
I
there
have
a
never
Church
been
of
here.
Helios?
I will say, Nolan, with your expertise and completely useless information, I will allow you to do a history roll. Okay.
Ooh,
nice.
I will say that there is someone you might have heard of. You might remember the last hand,
Yes.
and the leader, commander of the last hand being the Black Dragonborn Ixaxator Nogordan, is originally a warrior from Petrilian. Or at least he was he's originally from Diraxin, but he moved to Petrilian as a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
I could try and send a message to Sator.
Why not?
Ixaxathor Nogordan. It's
Ixax-
always very important to pronounce the Dragonborn's name correctly, or he'll get pissed off.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, well,
I'll
you can
just
do it.
try. Let's see if we can get it.
Can you do it on the road while we're moving?
Yes, on
Sure.
the horse I can send
Okay.
it.
You're on the horses.
Perfect.
Hey there, Black Dragonborn. We on the road to Petarillion. A lot of blood. Has any undead horde passed recently? How is the city?
And like, you didn't even introduce yourself.
Yeah,
New phone, who dis?
Interesting.
exactly. Okay. Let me see here.
Who the fuck are you?
How are we going to respond?
I'm a little busy at the moment. Sounds of battle in the background.
Consumer stuff.
Like a black dragonborn were 2 words instead of 1. The name was 1 word.
Yeah, but at least I
I
didn't
know.
offend him.
You can't just call someone a black dragonborn.
Especially when he's a black dragonborn.
What should
So
I?
the funniest thing is, one of the notes that I specifically wrote down for him was, he is very aware of his ancestry and quick to anger if his loyalty or honor is questioned. But you didn't quite trigger that one.
However,
I'm aware of who you might be. I have not been in the city for years. But if this comes to the betterment of Greven, the password for friends of the city, the walls stand and the gold flows.
Wall stands and the gold flows.
Nice.
Okay. So he is in Greven. But I got the password to enter the city.
If there's even a city left, well, we can use it.
if
There
So
is
you
not.
got a
Chance
key.
to use it,
but
it'll definitely
Which
be
door do we use?
Yes.
There is only a single passage into the city, a large ramp that is fairly embattled.
But the final hand was also some kind of thieving guild, if I'm not.
They're not. They're clandestine, yes, but they specialize in the destruction of evil, corrupted items and procuring them.
Yeah.
By the way, DM, are we? Are we now at a certain northern degree where it will be very cold at night, or we're still far from The climate.
No, this is still fairly temperate. I would
Okay.
say north of Alosso is when you need to start worrying about freezing. So I will say that with all of this, you can still make it to the town that Dario saw and cross the river there, or you can try and find camp, because this is where your travel day ends.
I say go to that place and make camp there. No.
I would camp a bit away from the town and investigate the town early in the
Uh-huh.
morning.
Okay, then let's go off the road into the wild and let's find a
We
camp there, and then the
Yeah.
next day we go to the
Yeah, we can.
hamlet.
we don't
Yes.
want to be in the town when the next undead horde comes blundering through.
No, so just away from the town, so we will still have
Yeah,
a little bit of
away.
time to walk, but not into town. So maybe right before the bridge or something like that. Okay.
Okay, let's look for a quiet place in the trees or some sort of rock formation.
Is your hut dome thingy, Nolan? Is that hidden and stealthy, or is it quite obvious?
I can make it any color you want. I usually make it pitch black so that the sunlight doesn't wake me.
Pitch black is actually too dark. That stands out because the night
Well-
isn't actually black. It's more of a gray, dark bluish.
If you want to have gray, dark, bluish, I can even make stars in it on the inside if you want.
No, just gray, dark bluish, so it blends into the environment when it's dark. That
Okay.
would be.
So I will start ritually casting the dome.
Okay,
Well,
so
I
you
mean,
find the little
once we find-
spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how far away from the town do you want to be? I want the exact centimeters. No.
In minutes, let's say minutes. Half an hour walk or
Okay, so a while away from the stream, you find. I mean, it is rather flat, but a little rocky here. But you can find a nice place, a little dip in the landscape, line of sighting, let's say, and set up a place to camp. You start casting the dome, and
yes, and the dome will
This-
be a big stripe of blue, then black, blue, gray, blue.
What?
and it undulates constantly. No. No. And it looks exactly like that.
Yes, and Cassius might notice the other party members are used to it. No, Boris doesn't know. It's like old man temperature warm inside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's
This-
38
So, like,
degrees.
there's a-
So you
There's a
see Dario
dome
staying
now.
outside. You see him staying outside, out of the dome.
So there's a dome
Why
now,
are we entering a sweat hut?
right? Is this? Can I pass through the dome? Like, what is happening here? Human's tiny
You
hut.
can.
Yeah, you don't even feel it when you cross
Within
it.
the dome, when you cast this, can move through it freely.
Yep.
Okay.
The only person that can't leave
Yes.
is Nolan, because then it stops.
Yes.
That is most curious. Is it
I'll
like
take
if it
the-
rains? Is this waterproof?
Yes.
Huh. That
That's
is
what.
quite
That's why
handy.
I made it. I mean, the first weeks we had to sleep under the trees on the hard rock. Disgusting. Awful.
That is quite nice.
Yes.
Arcane knowledge also improves the quality of life.
But you have to adapt, Nolan. You have to embrace the wild, and you'll
You
get
are
to know it.
the beast. I'm not the beast.
I have a tuxedo. I have a golden tuxedo. I am cultured.
I'm sorry. Of course you are. So, sleep tight. Sweet dreams.
I'll take first watch, and I can
Yeah,
take
we should
second watch as well, because
set up a watch. Yeah.
I don't need 8 hours.
But you can look from.
I'll take third watch.
I can take the one after, or do we only need 3?
3. Mine.
I can help if anybody is so desirous.
All right. I will say to speed this up. If anyone else wants to have a conversation before ending the night.
No.
No, not particularly.
Cassius, I have this cloak that gives me advantage on stealth, I say in roleplay speak. It's pretty good
Doing
for me, but
fine.
is it like really good for you, or you just don't need it? Because your stealth is pretty epic.
The
but
man
if
already
you stack
disappears from
advantage
the
on that,
planet.
is that
I think I'm at the point where even if I happen to do particularly poorly in a specific situation, it should still be reasonably well. I think it's better to help you because you struggle,
yeah? I really struggle with stealth.
so you can use the help way
But,
more than I need it.
Okay.
I'm generally going to be fine without it. And like if we ever run into a situation where I really, really, really need to be super stealthy, we could consider like swapping it out just
Yeah,
for
sure. You
that.
can borrow it then.
But like generally I think it's fine to stay with you. I don't need it, and it'll benefit you a lot, I think.
Yeah, it will take some of the edge off.
So
And
yeah,
it's still not pretty good though.
I mean, it's the fact that you somehow manage to sometimes be stealthy given the amount of armor that you have is actually somewhat impressive, because it is very noisy and very difficult to move quietly in it. So that the fact that you sometimes manage to do it is already kind of impressive.
Well, I think the only times I managed is when Daria used his magic. So, I think that has a lot to do with it.
That does a lot of the heavy lifting. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, but this might work. But yeah, I think Boris
Listen,
still has
when it comes
heavy
to
armor.
succeeding on things, you should really not bother with is it honorable and did you cheat using magic or anything. If you get the job done, does it really matter how
No,
you
it doesn't
manage
matter.
it?
But I didn't want
Yeah.
to take the credit for his
Yeah.
magic.
That's fair.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
but if you ever need it, you know.
Yeah, we can swap out stuff as needed.
Yeah, sure.
If you ever for some reason need to fly like a bat, I have a cloak for that. That only does work in the dark. So
I can fly whenever.
yeah,
I'm
so that's
not as cool though. It's my boots have these tiny wings. It's a bit weird, but they really did the job quite well.
but they are hands free, which is a big plus.
Yeah. All right.
Before going to bed, Nolan will take one hour just reading his practicing the arcane things.
Sure.
You'll see
Okay.
use magic and then it explodes a bit and it fails and it's practicing stuff.
Yeah, inside the dome is a
Yes.
I'm just seeing
Because
Dario.
everybody inside is
I'm just seeing Dario sitting outside, and then suddenly like a small explosion, and then it's like a smoke cloud inside of the dome.
Let's hope
It's
Nolan doesn't
Survivor.
discover thermonuclear fusion
Sorry.
or something.
yeah.
Come on.
Okay, somebody quickly get me a screwdriver.
Subatomic screwdriver. The leopard disappears.
No, I was thinking the demon core, because they literally lifted that up with a screwdriver, and then a couple of weeks later they died. All right, so for the watches, I will say to expedite this, please all roll. Everyone who said they were going to do a watch.
Oh, that's everyone except Nolan.
The perception of his
Perception, yeah.
yeah.
I generally don't do watches.
31.
Okay, 31.
Fuck.
I have
Wow.
expertise in perception.
Apparently, yeah.
I did roll a natural 20 actually, because I get plus
Yep.
11.
Yep. So Cassius, you poke your head out the dome and are instantly met with the cold air of the night as you've
Oh,
been
right. Ooh,
brewing.
that's annoying.
Yeah, you're like, your clothes stick a little bit, and you're like, okay, yeah, it was warm in there. Holy fuck. You you look around, and there is a nice, brilliant, starry sky now being outside of a city. And then, because I believe the dome also blocks any sort of noise, so the snoring inside from Nolan is not to be audible.
That's helpful.
The utter silence. And you look around, and you still see some of the city lights of Carnival in the distance. And you look straight north to where you know Petrolian would be. And there is nothing on the horizon there. Complete absence. Not even a whiff of a smell on the air. This place is completely abandoned. You almost get startled by the fact that you see a small beetle dig itself out of the ground and starts flying off in a random direction. That's literally the only sign of life you've seen. It feels to you, having dealt with some of undead in the past already now, that the life itself was drained from this place by this horde that walked the earth. With that, Nolan, as you fall asleep,
Oh, this guy.
Of course.
this is beyond frustrating, isn't it?
That you wake me every now.
This is. I don't wake you, I simply
Well,
drain some of your rest. That's different. No, it's. You are following in the wake of some kind of carnage, and there is nothing for me. It's even well. I mentioned this freaking golem. If it would have stayed apart in one piece, it might have helped. But no, there's not even a body. There's nothing.
really
This is-
desperate to find a body. Well, you have at the moment the most intelligent being on Earth you're inhabiting.
Don't tempt me. I am quite well acquainted with the state that you provide.
As my knees hurts, my back hurts, but for the rest, oh, oof.
Oh, pain. Try being nailed to the top of a cathedral tower for a few weeks.
Yeah, I would need a lot of morphine.
Well, regardless, I'm sure there's eventful things awaiting you, and I could kill you to maybe invade a morgue or something. I'm not really. Again, I'm not picky. I'm not that picky, but something of use, and it's for the betterment of the both of us.
So can it also be a deer, a swine, or it has to be something intelligent?
Really. I would have possessed your horse if I could.
Right, because we do have horses
So,
Uh,
okay.
for now.
Well, we're going to a big city, so there'll be plenty of.
Yes,
Things.
stab someone. You know, it
I'm
happens.
not going to kill someone for you. Kill them yourself.
It'll happen sooner or later.
uh,
I find it's a bit disturbing.
With that, however, you do wake up, and an uneventful night passes.
Ugh.
As when I believe the 8 hours are up, the dome disappears, and you are all confronted with the chilly early morning air. As most of you bathe in sweat in the hot box of Nolan.
Within
I
2
would have been
days, everyone is
meditating
ill.
outside.
Everyone is ill, has a cold.
Just a stupid question, but do we hear Nolan talking when he's talking to Grit? Or is it all mindscape?
It's all in a dream.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Might
you
not
do
even be real.
hear, you might hear when he wakes up, this crap gets weirder by the day. Ugh.
Do I hear that?
You do.
Nolan,
Yes,
did you just mention the crazy old guy from the book?
Yeah.
I might have. Yes, yes. Yeah.
You.
Why?
Oh, he talks to me during my dreams. Ever since
How?
we,
To what end?
how I have no idea actually how. Ever since we
Or
left
as
the
far as
library, he sometimes just comes into my dreams and tells me how boring they are.
You
Now,
didn't
can I insight check him?
Sure.
you didn't think to mention this because it might seem relevant?
how so?
Is that a thing that regularly happens to you, that people talk to you in your
No,
dreams?
no, no, never. No, I usually talk to myself during the day, but other people talking to me during the dreams, no. So it's only been
So
3 or
I
4
rolled a
nights.
22, so I know he's
Yeah.
full of bullshit.
Oh, he really no. No,
He
actually,
does find
Brett,
the dreams boring.
yes,
Yes, but that's not all the
but
way.
but
So
there's a lot more to
talking,
it.
Yeah, there's a bit more to it.
can I assume that I'm talking to more than one spirit at the moment, Nolan?
Well, he perceives everything that happens. It's what I learned this night, because he knew we were going northwards and he saw the carnage. So, yeah, and he's looking for a
North is
body.
not the only thing that came out of the book.
No, we knew Gret came out of the book. I don't know
Yes.
where Gret is, but Gret is
In your head.
well in the head, or maybe he's still in the books connected to me, or that he might be in my head.
The
But
book
he's
is
looking
just a
for.
paperweight now.
Can I use my feet to cast detect thoughts on Nolan and like try and ignore Nolan's thoughts and see if I can somehow can I find Greth in his head if I'm reading his mind? Is that
Sure,
a
you
thing
can
that
try. You can
somehow
try.
I'll just do this. I can't
Oh, this will
use
not
the
end
spell
well
slot. I
again,
have to
is
do
it?
this. So I don't know what I need to roll or.
I need to roll a
Well,
wisdom save.
yeah, if
Unless-
you want to warn him that you're going to do this, or just gonna do it, because if
No,
you warn,
I'll tell Nolan I'm gonna take a look inside your head real quick and
Why?
see if I can. Because I want to see if I can find Greth in there.
Red isn't in the books, so he must be somewhere in your
Yes. If Cassius can
psyche.
find him, we do know he's inside your head, so we know where he is.
Does he demand things of you, Nolan?
No, he doesn't demand things, but he's really desperately looking for a vessel, because
Yeah.
but he lost his body, and he is absolutely not pleased with mine. So he actually wanted to have Malachi, but then Malachi turned to dust, so he was very disappointed. So now, yeah, I don't know.
So you might be carrying an psychotic, crazy spirit in your head that's looking
It's
for a
not the
vessel
first
to
time.
run
It's not
around
the
in the
first
world, and
time.
you
I've had I mean I've had Trahas, I've had Demon Prince, I've had Seedway, and now I have this. I mean it's just one after the other. It doesn't mind.
Why did I leave on my tail? Why
I
did
am
leave
I am
on my tail?
probing.
Yes. No, let's say that. Well, okay, so
I am looking inside his mind, and
Okay,
like he has
so-
to wisdom save or
Yeah, so Nolan, you can make the save or you can allow him to do it. You also haven't rolled your portraits for the day, by
Yes,
the
I
way.
know, but I won't use a portent for this.
Okay.
I cast guidance on Cassius as he's playing it, by the way.
Nah, he can go ahead.
Okay.
We were
right,
going
no
for more
save.
trust. We were going for more trust in the pot.
All right, so Nolan, at this time, what are you thinking about?
They are questioning me about Gret, so I was actively thinking about the conversation I just had with Gret during my dreams, and the
Okay,
fact that
so,
he
Cassius,
asked me to murder someone.
Yeah, so Cassius, you pick up, you think about that. So Cassius, you get that in almost in Technicolor vision. You see that dream state where you see Greth, this mangled Eddie from Iron Maiden looking guy, and basically saying like you could stab someone. I'm not picky. Go in a morgue and try and find that. So he's literally desperately asking for get me a body.
yeah.
That is where I need you to roll, I would say insight. Please roll insight.
Which
That's
I
the
never do.
Yeah, which is like the most apt roll I can ask of you. Try and find the thread.
Oh
So
boy.
good luck.
interessant.
Oh no, this is not
interesting.
gonna end well. I know where this
boy.
is going.
Come on, man.
Oh, yes.
He's gonna take over your your.
And then he's got the fucking sword as well. Oh,
Wait, hang on.
no.
I
Oh, you're
cut
doing
out.
it.
The
You're
last
doing
thing
it.
I had was you describing the scene of Greth going, "Get me a body. I'm not picky," and then and that's where you all froze.
And
Oh.
that's where I'm going to ask you to roll insight to trigger whether or not you can find the thread of thoughts that leads to something inside
Sure.
Nolan,
I
the
will
Nolan brain.
Throw in a
Okay.
You have guidance, by the way.
Was 25.
D8
so-
for that,
You
and
have
then
guidance.
guidance is
You
a
also have
D4.
Okay, that's 27.
Because we all are afraid of what's gonna happen right now. No,
That's
you
4, so
31.
that's
true.
31.
Again.
I am finding Greth. It might be bad if I find him.
What
I don't
do
know.
we do?
Yeah, it might be very bad.
So-
I will
What did we
roll my
do?
portents.
Yeah. So, Cassius, you've used this skill of yours many times. Surface thought. The digging deeper is usually, it's a dangerous thing, but you're used to feeling the wash of other people's thoughts. 31. You get the full Nolan experience. You dig into his psyche, and when he says, "I've been possessed before," you get this flash of a red sky, black sand, and these strange centaur-like creatures skittering against each other, and you looking at your own hands, and as they are claws themselves, then you are flown back to a point where in a cold, strange white room with, a technological room that you've never seen before, where there is this woman, this ghostly woman that enters your face, your mind, and takes control of you. These thoughts, these ancient calculated thoughts of a scientist of some kind racing through your mind. Then back to your first encounter where the demon takes hold. These things, Sath Yane speaking inside his mind, all these things reaching forward. And then this crumpled man, this strange creature just sitting there staring right at you. All of you at this point see that Cassius's eyes just go white. And Nolan, you start getting a migraine because there's a lot going on in your brain right now.
That's how it feels. Oh.
And you are standing there in a white void, and this man is sitting there just hunched over. You see? And that's why I'm being picky. You have an opportunity to talk to him. It's a madhouse in here.
No kidding.
Oh,
So this is where you've been
they've
hiding.
done so much worse.
It's not really hiding. I didn't really have much choice in the matter. There was a giant elder god and the demons of the swarm behind me. I should have been picky, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm.
Nolan says you want a body.
Yes, no doubt.
What are you gonna do
I'll go
once you
mad.
have? What do you do? What's your plan once you have a body?
That's a good question. Well, I'd seek vengeance, for one, to those who did this to me.
Which are who exactly?
Well, Sparky, if he's still alive, but otherwise it's... Well, the one who brought doom to Felix Lustrum will do nicely as well. Sander Aram, and perhaps that one you keep mentioning as well. We can be allies, you see.
And how exactly do you see that, us being allies?
I mean, and he opens his eyes and you can see the perspective of Nolan as you see yourself. And you see yourself with these white eyes just and Nolan just holding his head. You get a finesse for these things, being locked up in dreamscapes for a while. It's a little dangerous, you see, because time does lose all relevancy, or... Well... Never mind that.
Alright, well, we'll do our best to at least get you out of our friend's head, if not for your sake, then for Nolan's sake.
Yes, mostly for mine's sake. I think the old coot has gotten used to these kind of things. It's worrisome.
Yeah.
Now, if you mind, I do appreciate my privacy. So I'll be a kind little possessive whatever I am now and allow you to leave. And you're back and you feel like a red hot poker has just been pierced through your temples. Oh.
I just gonna fall to my knees and like heavy breathing from it, and then I just look at Nolan with like almost tears in my eye, I am so sorry.
Next time I will resist this. Jesus, this hurts. Oh.
I'll
I
give
feel
both
like
of them a checkup to see if I can do anything.
This
Sure.
explains.
Find him.
This explains so much.
Hmm? What? I'm fine.
Poor thing.
Why? What? Are you talking? Did you see my childhood? Because I'm way past that.
I saw horrifying things
Yeah, my
that your
childhood.
mind was forced through, and somehow you're still like 80% sane, give or take, which is surprising because you've been
80%.
there was tentacles and black sand, and then
Oh yeah,
some
so yeah,
screaming
yeah.
ghost lady, and then
Yeah.
now I'll as I'm
Yes.
saying this, I'm remembering why I went in there in the first place, and I go, oh yeah, Gret's in there. He's
Yes.
he's in
Strange
there.
fellow, that the guy.
Okay.
He
So
is yeah, no, and it's like Nolan says, he wants out,
Well,
which requires another body for him to go in.
we don't have to kill someone. We just have to find a dead person.
Oh, he was just once a dead, which
Oh,
is
well,
We
I
just have
think
to
we can
find
oblige,
it.
can't we? Can oblige, can't we?
Which
You might-
actually offends me that he will just pick anyone, even a dead corpse,
Yeah, but he
just to get
doesn't
rid
want
of
to.
me.
But he doesn't want to share one mind. I can understand him. I can relate. I mean, two minds in
Do I
one.
know?
Yeah, but he would pick some dead dude over me alive. It's offensive.
Do I know of the concept of a soul jar or something like that, where we can entrap a soul?
I mean, I would say with your expertise in those kind of things, you would know of an existence of such an item, but they are exceedingly rare and almost legendary.
I tried to covertly signal to Cassius to give us the mind link.
I mean, I would have
And
opened.
exclude
I think we need to
Nolan.
roll the 8 for it actually, because it might have been gone. 3 hours. Has 3 hours passed since Dario went into? Oh yeah, no, it's the day after. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's gone. You're overtly signaling me to use. How
Overtly.
exactly are you doing that? Like,
He doesn't have a camera, so he can't really.
oh yeah, that's fair.
I rubbed the side of my head while looking straight at you and pointing the
Yeah,
two
sure. I
weapons.
guess I can open the connection. It's the first time today, so it's free anyway, and it'll last for 7 hours. Sure. I'm opening it with everyone since I'm opening it anyway, except Nolan, because I kind of want to keep some distance between his mind and my own mind after I saw what's in the box.
I'm always left out.
Go figure.
So
Alright.
you have a soul trapped in an old man that seems to have experience with it. But I would feel rather much safer with something like a soul jar with that soul of dread trapped in. Then steal a body, kill somebody, and then give that to him, which sounds completely lunatic to do.
He's
Wait,
only a
so-
tax keeper.
So you want to put Greth in a soul jar and then
don't
in a
hear
body,
us.
or
Yes, sir.
Just in a soul jar, just
it's a shoulder? I
and
mean, that
re-entrap
seems-
him.
if you know how to do that, then sure. But like, souls is not my thing, dude. Like, if you need something stolen, then I'm your guy. If you need somebody whacked, then I am also. I
Every
used to be
convers-
your guy, but like, souls is not. That is not my thing.
I
have a conversation, right?
No, it's
Yeah,
not mine. You guys.
I just say, let's just give him a body. Find a body, give it
No,
to him.
no.
But do we
This
have to
man
kill
is
someone for that?
insane.
Oh,
He's
no,
been
no, no, no,
broken
no.
for
I say,
thousands of years.
I don't.
okay, but
I
I want
don't think
him
he
out of
can
my
stay
friend.
inside Nolan.
It's
I
not for
want him out of my
thousand. By the way, it's
No.
not for thousands of years, right? It's
Did
it's
Gret
only
Nolan?
it's
Did Gret
pretty
mention
recently.
like how fresh does the body need to be? Like, can we
Why
dig
are
up
we
a dead
talking
body in a
about bodies?
graveyard, or is that not a thing?
We need to put him in something inanimate that he can't roam the world, and we can keep him safe from
I
whatever
agree.
the
I agree. If we can
madness he's
find,
up to.
if we can find that within a reasonable time, the problem is
Stond zo
that
met 4 tegen 1 te tetteren. Nolan stond zo waar rond te staren eigenlijk. Nu.
Everybody's staring
problem
at
is
each
that
other.
I will
get-
just
I-
read the scroll or do some.
I get the feeling that the more we go north, the less there's anything to do in the cities. I mean,
Yeah.
it will be
I
hard to
mean,
find something.
we could give him a body, and then I could use Null to slay that body, and then direct his soul to like
Wacht, wacht.
Don't use
an
null if
inanimate
it's not
object. But
necessary.
it would require me to use Null,
No, we don't want to use null.
which FYI, I don't even know if it would work because like it has been used on Greth before to bind him inside the book.
Boek.
And then, well, he's no longer there, so I don't know if he's
Cool.
like if that even works on him anymore because he's already been bound to something by Null, and then we broke that, or I think whatever we did broke that.
Okay, so
I guess my suggestion for now is keep an eye on the old man
Yeah.
to see if he goes more off the rails than usual, I would say.
okay.
I need a Temple of Helios and speak with a high priest to give
Alright.
guidance in this case. Maybe he knows more in the ways of the soul, or how the light of Helios might aid us in this
I
predicament.
agree. Let's keep an eye on him.
I'll ask
Maybe you
Dario
should
out loud.
check.
Oh, sorry, you were saying something.
Maybe you should seek the aid of a druid circle or something. Maybe they have something in the ways of soul
Or it's gonna be tricky.
magic.
We can
Yeah.
try.
Warlock would be useful, but
Yeah.
If only we knew one.
Traumatized.
That being said, I am tired. I wanna go to sleep.
We just woke up.
yep.
Yeah, we just woke up.
Yeah. You know.
I will ask
yeah.
Dario out loud. Like, did you guys know about this? Well, about Nolan being possessed like twice before by different entities. Like,
Specifics, yeah, sit in the aisle, yeah, but she wasn't harmful. She was a nice lady. And well, yeah, the
Iskan.
swarm, I think, yeah, Trahas, the swarm. Yeah.
Iskan wasn't him.
I mean, we got it under control. We got it out of him.
yeah, but like I've
It's
seen
still marked. I don't think we ever got it out of him.
We
I've-
subdued it to its bare essence.
Mhm.
I know, but like, have you? Well, you haven't been in there, but like I've been in there. There's definitely some damage there. Like,
Well, I don't know. He's been a coon when I met him, and he's a coon still. I don't really see any difference.
It is
This is catching
telepathically.
up to 3 years of role.
no,
playing.
this is out loud.
This is out loud, yeah.
You could-
What?
This is how I lied.
like,
But
there's definitely like
I point to him. I love this coon. I'm fond of him,
How? No one
and I
treats me
mean this with
respect.
utmost respect, Dari.
Yes.
Roland.
Yes. Well,
Most respect, Dario.
No,
Well,
Roland.
I don't see the issue. We should just go north.
Yes.
So
I
I
can't-
stand up and I get on my horse.
No.
yeah, this explains so much.
Let's not get in
Nolan,
the
I,
heads
I
of
can
us
remove
and
curses
find a
now, by
body
the
or
way,
something.
Ooh, nice.
That could come in handy for later.
for your mark. I
Eh?
should have done it last night, but I kind of forgot.
Hmm. I'm not cursed.
The curse mark on your neck.
But a house.
But I think it's faded now.
It's
Faded,
not
but not gone.
completely vanished, isn't it?
No, the Trahas being is not completely vanished. It's lingering, dormant.
Yeah.
I don't mean the Prince of the Abyss.
That's
Let me
also
try
gone.
remove curse on it.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't trust you with magic.
Omatio.
That's
How many
something.
times have I healed you?
We
That's divine stuff. You're now doing arcane stuff. It's. Ugh.
Is it? Wait, let me see. I can remove curse. You can get that. Arcane is.
First,
Well,
you just first remove curse on yourself, and then maybe on me.
let's
Duration is a.
let's pick this up next time, shall we?
Yeah,
Because
inderdaad.
somebody
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Kwartnaal 11.
All right. So as you set out, in the distance, a looming hill emerges on the horizon. Still a ways travel in the path of 1,000 feet, marching on. All right, and that's where we'll end this one on the interwebs, because then we set a date, and I think we can make a spin-off, Nolan's Brain.
Yeah, Nolan's brain is just top man.
Yeah.
Don't have been
Consistent.
consistent throughout the campaign.
Dus 3 of 4 jaar waanzin dat jij juist hebt op 5 minuten het binnen
Ja.
gekregen. Allee.
Je kent dat... wat hebben we hier?
Alright.